as we enter 2026, the debate is AI a bubble or is it a game changer? How do you see it when critics of AI make an argument that it's just a bubble? What would you tell them?
So you may be shocked for me to say that this is a transformational technology. We're going to be releasing data here over the next couple of days showing that those folks, those individuals, those companies that are using AI and building it into their systems are seeing a 7x multiplier on their economic productivity. Meaning that if you're an individual, you're producing 7 times more economic value for the company you work. If you're a company, you're able to translate that into 7 times more value for what you are producing through that employee. This is what's called a general purpose technology. And to put that in historical context, I know I'm talking to folks all over India, and in India, history is always really important. Like, this technology is on par with other general purpose technologies, the wheel, the combustion engine, the digital chip. These are all technologies that fundamentally changed growth, changed progress. And so you have to think about it being on that type of a scale. And one of the things that we're really spending a lot of time talking about, and I think is particularly relevant to India, is something called the capability gap. And what we're seeing right now is individuals, companies, countries that are successfully building this in are getting that economic growth. Those that are not potentially are going to be left behind in this. And so we really think about this year, 2026, as the year that we really begin to try to address that capability gap. Healthcare, education, what's called enterprise, building this in the companies, and even something that we call OpenAI for countries, which is how can we work with countries so that they're building AI into their socioeconomic infrastructure. And India has the AI summit in a couple of weeks. Like, the world's here in Davos, but the entire AI world is going to descend on Delhi in about a month's time. And India is just at the center of this conversation. You're one of the countries that you're seeing sort of the most adoption at the fastest rate. And so as you think about India building out what I think is going to be the world's biggest, strongest, most robust middle class out there, like, this technology is going to play a transformative role, not just globally, but particularly in India.
Chris, before we go further into the India opportunity, I just want a broader question, because a lot of people, especially in the public markets, are focused on what is some experts and economists say is an AI bubble. Very simple question from your point of view. Is there an AI bubble?
I'll answer this way. Tomorrow, where we have 850 million people using AI on a regular basis, we have more than 4 million developers working with us, more than 1 million companies just working with us. Tomorrow, those numbers will be higher. The day after that, they will be higher. The real issue here is whether you're actually going to build this in or whether you get left behind. Our belief is that you need to be spending this year, in particular, building this AI in. And if you're going to approach this as if it is a bubble, you potentially are going to put yourself on the downside of that credibility, that capability gap that we've talked about. We look at India and they're just fascinated by it. We've seen 2.5 times growth over the last year, over the last 12 months in India. Today, it is our second largest consumer market in the world, meaning everyday people using this on a regular basis. The only other country that's ahead of it is our country, the United States. It's also a top 5 country in developers. And why I think that is really important. I mean, you both know this. You cover this all the time. Your audience knows this. I mean, India is producing some of the best and greatest tech talent, but not just tech, not just engineers, although engineers are incredibly important, but actually people who do the research on AI, the AI researchers. They're really the people who are building this. And India is really well positioned to fully participate, to lead in what we think of as the intelligence age, because it has such a talent base that's domestic, that's in the country. I think sometimes when folks think about this technology, there's a natural tendency to think about it like it's social media. It is not social media. This is a productivity driving technology. The way we think about it is, we are in effect trying to make electricity available to the world, but then the world gets to build in that electricity, right? People get to build their version of their stoves, their cars, their airplanes, but there's going to be a whole bunch of new industries built on top of AI, and India is just so well positioned, given the consumer penetration, meaning people are learning to use this on a regular basis, and the fact that you have real talent to build this next generation of companies.